Before I continue with my message, thank you, Sister Avanti, $10 coming on the Cash App. Thank you, sister. Next time, make it 20, but thank you for that 10. I know you barely had that. Thank you, sister.
But you got my 40, homie.
I thought you had $200.
I do, but I won't spend Red's money.
You're going to come up to me and hug my neck and kiss me and say, thank you, thank you, thank you for getting that money out of my pocket.
Oh, I'll just hold on to my money because, you know, there's hardship. Be careful.
You need to make a vow of faith of $1,000. Oh, Bob, couldn't you say 25? No! You can't make a $1,000 vow of faith. I'm saying in faith.
Tithe! Give money and you'll get the blessing. If you don't, nothing for you.
Put some anointing on this money. You put something up here. You put... Woo! Prosper. Prosper, I said.
See, that's how I know you still poor, broke, busted, and disgusted, because of how you've been honoring me. I'm not worth your McDonald's money. I'm not worth your Red Lobster money. Let me kick down the door and talk to my cheap sons and daughters. I don't want to hear no more excuses about what y'all can't afford. You can't afford it because you don't see the value here.
I am once again asking for your financial support.
Donations. 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 Donations.
Thank you. You say you want to make a $500 vow? Then do it. Then do it. If that takes faith for you, do it. You want to make a $100 vow or two? If that takes faith, say, I like 1,000. Because I know I got you. I got you into faith.
Yeah. Hit the like button, hit the like button. The more you hit the like button, or the more people hit the like button, the more people are coming to the stream. If you want me to stay on 2 hours, I'm looking to meet a $15 live stream goal. Cash App, PayPal, Streamlabs, all at the top of the chat. Or super chat, super sticker, dollar symbol on the right, or dollar symbol on the right of the chat box. Yeah, that is funny, Spirit. Yeah, whatever you can give is greatly appreciated. $5 makes you the live stream sponsor, king or queen of the stream. Let me see. Let me know if y'all hear this.
Miss out on your husband. You will not scare him away. You will not.
About to get started. Hold on. All right, we in business. All right. Let me do one more thing and we about to get started with the nonsense. Thanks for stopping by. You know, you could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. And I appreciate that. I can truly be myself hiding behind this mic. Let's see. Let's drop the Cash App in the Rumble. Follow me on Rumble if you haven't already. Link in the description. Follow the new channel, Dating Dysfunctions. I dropped a video today. We drop videos there we drop videos there 6 days a week. It's called Dating Dysfunctions. Go subscribe if you haven't already. I'm not seeing enough people comment on the Dating Dysfunction videos. So let's run that up on the videos I drop over there. Here, a new video just dropped. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. Hit the like and comment. We're gonna see if we can blow this channel up. All right, let's get into it.
This might be controversial, but
Who we rating her on a scale from 1 to 10?
men have completely.
Hopefully not bad looking, right? She could definitely get dick. Oh, that's inappropriate. Look, this video that we about to look at has 340,000 likes. So it probably got 10 million views. So let's see what profound things she said that went out to 10 million people. Look, I know whatever she said, if I said something similar, my black ass wouldn't get no $10 million. My black ass wouldn't get no 10 million views. But look. Hey, when you're a young, attractive woman, people gravitate to that.
To my single girls, you will not miss out on your husband. To my single girls, you will not miss out on your husband. You will not scare him away. You will not be too much. He will not ghost you. Your husband will be your husband. Your man will be your man. The person that you were supposed to be with will be the person that you are with. So if something doesn't work out, don't be like, oh my gosh, I missed out on my soulmate. Oh, I wish that I was able to get to know this person. I missed out on an opportunity to get to know them. I did something wrong. I said something wrong. I scared them away. No, you didn't. That wasn't your husband. That wasn't your guy. Why are you even upset? It wasn't him. That's okay. You are never going to miss out on your man. You won't. He's your man. He's already your man. And I truly believe that this mindset will give you so much more power in dating and being single. You be as authentically you as possible. And whoever that's for, it will be for. You know what I mean? And if it's not for them, okay, bye. It's okay. It's not your man. To my single girls, you
Yeah. So basically what that means, I'm gonna give the dumb chick I'm gonna give the dumb chickenese translation. Basically, I should be able to do whatever I want, no matter how obnoxious, how toxic, do and say whatever I want, and men should just accept it. And if you're a man who doesn't accept it, you just weren't meant for me. That's not how it works. How about you fix yourself? You know? You're gonna have to make compromises and changes if you ever want a relationship to work. That's with any relationship, with anybody. So this whole thing about whoever don't put up with my so this whole thing about whoever don't put up with my nonsense isn't for me isn't a winning method. And she said just be your authentic self. Being your authentic self has put you in this position. So maybe you should work on yourself and become a better version of yourself. Keep it moving.
I work full time. I'm gonna be a bitch for a sec. I work full time. I go to school full time. I show up for my mom. I show up for my 3 best friends. I show up for my sister who's in prison, mind you. My brother passed away last year. My brother and my dog in the same week. I got a puppy February of this year. Went through a major abdominal surgery February of this year. I'm on hormones.
Okay, I gotta stop it. I'm sorry. I gotta stop it. You got too much going on in your life. Way too much going on in your life. I wouldn't want anything to do with this. I really wouldn't. Clearly, she's not all there up top. Condolences for her hardships. But fellas, you would want to stay far, far away from this. She's not bad looking. But don't get mesmerized by that. Because walking into her life would be walking into Hades. She's spewing all this out like all this is a flex. These are red flags for anybody wanting to walk into your life, even as a friend. It's just too much going on. Some of it was out of your, control, but this is just a no. For anybody who was thinking about or should be a no for anybody who was thinking about participating in your life in any way. Let's run it back.
I'm gonna be a bitch for a sec. I work full time. I go to school full time. I show up for my mom. I show up for my 3 best friends. I show up for my sister who's in prison, mind you. My brother passed away last year. My brother and my dog in the same week. I got a puppy February of this year. Went through a major abdominal surgery February of this year. I'm on hormone therapy. Throughout all of that, I've maintained a 4.0. I'm a part of an honor society. I got a degree. I'm getting another degree. And guess what I have? A boyfriend that I still show up for, that I still make feel special. Okay? So your man has no fucking excuse. There are women who are doing everything that I'm fucking doing and that are mothers on top of it and still show up for their fucking husbands. Men have no excuse why they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing. Everybody has a fucking job. You don't get to use that as an excuse why you don't show up for people. Get it together. Learn how to emotionally regulate yourself and be a fucking man. Sack up. Because women out here got some big fucking balls. Big ones. They're getting a little larger than yours. I'm gonna be a bitch for a sec. I work full time. I go to school full time. I show up.
You know, I don't know. I'm almost speechless. Hey, if everything she just said is true, I commend you, lady. I'm genuinely impressed if all that is true. But I do feel sorry for your boyfriend. Genuinely, from the bottom of my heart. You know, I'm just gonna leave it there. I hope this young lady gets the help she deserves. Really.
I've never had a boyfriend or been in a serious relationship, and I'm 21 and I've never had a boyfriend or been in a serious relationship, and it's probably my fault, so let's talk about it. Part 2. I'm just an avoidant girly that secretly wants to be loved out loud. What can I say? Being single might be my fault, but today we're gonna talk about the boys. First things first, whatever happened to courting women and yearning and putting in the effort? I think we as a society need to stop the normalization of Snapchat past like 20 years old. I don't know. If you have a real 9 to 5, I feel like you shouldn't be using Snapchat. I hate when I'm out and a guy's like, let me get your snap. It's like, respectfully, no. Ask for my phone number and then proceed to text me your full government name so then I can find you on LinkedIn and Zillow. I mean, I just think we need to bring back yearning like we did in the 70s and 80s. Guys had to come to your house and bring a boombox and throw rocks at your window. The reason why I bring up actually making an attempt to charm a woman is because me personally, like, I want to feel desired and want it to feel like you're putting in the effort. This is like harsh on myself, I guess, but I'm a hard person to like romantically just because of the fact that I'm emotionally unavailable, but like I'm trying not to be. I don't really know how to describe it. On my last video talking about being avoidant attachment, I got so many comments from guys being like, oh, you're avoidant attachment, like we're not even gonna try. But like I'm trying. Like I think I need to go to therapy. Really not sure why I did that bronzer placement. I kind of feel like I'm just yapping now, but I think I've gathered my thoughts. So basically just like I want someone that will pursue with intention and with plans in mind and just not like love bombing like, good morning, how are you?
Okay. That's definitely enough of that. Do I need to explain how silly this is? She's talking about how she's emotionally unavailable and avoidant, but she wants a man to be oh so romantic, something out of a novel, a romantic novel, something out of a romantic comedy, go above and beyond, court me, also I can be avoidant after you did all that. Look, this is an attractive woman. She has an inbox full, a roster full, everything full. So I just don't want to hear it. This is just more mindless drivel for the sisterhood. Like seriously, let's really think about this. Seriously. Do you think for 1 second she doesn't have 20 guys right now available to her that would do all of those things? That's the thing though. They don't want it from those guys. They want it from Mr. Point Five, and they're never gonna get it. Keep Lauren. Glad you're here. Thanks for stopping by, even if you can't stay long. I'm getting hungry. Let's finish up the snow bunnies, and I'm gonna get something to eat, and then we'll finish off with the Chocolate Sisters, unless we get the $15 live stream goal met, and then I'll stay on 2 hours. Cash App, PayPal, Streamlabs, all at the top of the chat, or super chat, super sticker, dollar symbol on the right of the chat box. So we looking like on Rumble. What up, Rumbleites? Let's get back into it.
How to get him to put a label on your relationship. If you are in a situationship or just like a weird thing where you want to know what are we without directly asking, you've come to the right place. Don't start off acting like a girlfriend if you're not already one. Don't give him everything that he would get with a title if there's no title. Because if you're already giving him those things, why would he need to add an unnecessary label? That's going to be his logic. Create situations where they're going to be trying to create clarity. They want to know, what are we? The person who's wondering is usually the person with less power. And if you want to talk power dynamics, we can talk about that another day. But we want to get you back in the driver's seat. Even if you've already been acting in a way that a girlfriend would, that's totally fine. Just start to remove yourself. Become less accessible. The second they feel that shift, because they will feel it, I promise, of you slightly pulling away, they are going to start to wonder. What are we? Immediately it brings that uncertainty. Let them feel what life is like when your energy is not constant. When they have you and then all of a sudden they don't. And you don't have to do this in a toxic way. In fact, this can be very healthy for you and your own mental health. If you're out there maintaining your relationships, growing new relationships, trying new things, this is really good for you. And it's also good for the connection because he's going to be wondering, where is she? Why is she not responding to me? Why am I not her whole world? If he feels you pulling away, he's going to start to wonder, what is it that I'm losing? He's going to have to start thinking about these things that otherwise he wouldn't be thinking of if he didn't have to put the work in. Men do not...
Yeah. Here's the thing. I already know the guy she's talking about or thinking about when making this video, and the girls who are watching this video are talking about or thinking about while watching this video. There are guys with a bunch of different options. So you pulling away isn't going to make him commit. He has 10 other ones just like you on his line. This is not a bad looking young lady. She knows the guys who would give her commitment within 3 dates. 80% of men on the planet would be trying to lock her down if she acts nice to him, for 3 dates. None of this is going to work. You already gave him the box. He already got the milk free. You can't take the milk back and think he's going to commit for it now after he already had his fun 3 or 4 times. But at least you tried. At least you tried.
Dating Wrapped. Welcome to my 2025 Dating Wrapped. I know you guys were all curious about my dating life this year, my mom and dad included. So I put together a presentation for you guys so that you could easily follow along. Compared to last year, I did not go on as many dates. After I turned 31, I started to panic and I was like, I really need to go on as many dates as possible so that I can find my husband. But in 2025,
Hold on. Okay. All right. There's so much for me to say already. Okay, your parents are going to see this. I feel sorry for your parents. Okay, you're 31, you're past the wall. You've been on hundreds of dates by this point. I see the tattoos, I see the nose ring. It never fails. It never fails. You going on 100 dates in a year isn't going to make you a better dating option for the men you're attracted to. If you couldn't lock down your type from 15 to 31, you're never going to lock them down. Fellas, stay away from women who've been on tens. Fellas, stay away from women who've been on dozens of dates. Good items don't stay on the shelf. I don't want anything to do with a woman who went on 30 dates in her lifetime and never had a 3-year relationship by 30. I want nothing to do with a woman like that, and you shouldn't either. This is beyond cringe. And she's so shameless about it. She's presenting it to her parents. Never mind. Let's get back into it.
Go for drinks. Much more casual. Welcome to my 2025 Dating Wrapped. I know you guys were all curious about my dating life this year, my mom and dad included. So I put together a presentation for you guys so that you could easily follow along. Compared to last year, I did not go on as many dates. After I turned 31, I started to panic and I was like, I really need to go on as many dates as possible so that I can find my husband. But in 2025, I didn't care anymore, but we still put some up on the board. Don't worry, Mom. I'll get married someday. The goal this year was much different than last year. Last year, we did everything for the plot. This year, we did it because we were bored. We didn't really have much going on, so why say no to free drinks or a free dinner when we don't have to? We ended up going on 8 first dates this entire year. And for those of you that say I go on a lot of dates, that's less than 1 date a month. Still a lot mentally. So how did I meet these gentlemen? Well, 2 of them actually I met on Instagram. Both of them slid into my DMs. So if you've ever slid in my DMs and I don't respond, don't get discouraged because sometimes I do. 2 of them I actually were bored. We didn't really have much going on.
Yeah. So you hear that, fellas? She was just bored. So these guys are going on a date. Some of these guys went on the date to genuinely try to find a connection. Meanwhile, you're just filling up her boring Tuesday. So you wasted your money and your time, and she doesn't have any character, so she doesn't care that she's wasting all these men's money and time. She feels entitled to it because she's female.
As possible so that I can find my husband. But in 2025, we did it because we were bored. We didn't really have much going on, so why say no to free drinks or a free dinner when we don't have to? We ended up going on 8 first dates this entire year. And for those of you that say I go on a lot of dates, that's less than 1 date a month. Still a lot mentally. So how did I meet these gentlemen? Well, 2 of them actually I met on Instagram. Both of them slid into my DMs. So if you've ever slid in my DMs and I don't respond, don't get discouraged because sometimes I do. 2 of them I actually met through mutual friends. Whether my friends introduced me to them or we just happened to be in the same place with mutual friends, we were still introduced by like-minded individuals. 3 of them, however, I met in the wild. Whether I approached them or they approached me, I had no idea who these guys were, and we just met out there in the jungle. And then 1 of them I actually met on Hinge, which I don't use dating apps at all. I'm on them, okay? I'm on Hinge because why not put myself out there? But I don't use it. On the rare occasion that I do or did, I matched with someone, we met for drinks, and it went nowhere. So,
Okay. Yeah. This is sad, actually. And and she still thinks she's a prize. Oh, if you're still waiting in my inbox, there's still hope for you, like she's a celebrity or something, like she's Beyonce or something. You know, she's still fairly young. She's 31. This this gets really pathetic when she gets 41 and she doesn't have that great of a job. She's still living with her parents. Like when the looks fade, that's when you see how much of a loser they were the whole time. The only thing that kept them sitting at the cool table was that they were fuckable. But once the looks fade, their identity fades. And then when the practical sides of life, okay, how about, and then when the harsh realities hit them, they don't have any leverage in the world. You can't pair bond at this point. That's over with. So no relationship, I can almost guarantee it. No relationship she will ever be in for the rest of her life will work out. Even if she gets married and stays married, she's gonna make that guy's life a living, you know what. So that's not exactly a successful marriage. So there is no success in her romantic life in the future. I hope she got a good job because she's gonna need it. We'll just leave it there.
for in the early stages of This is irrational things I would cut a guy off for in the early stages of dating, part 4. This series just gets people angry. I don't know why. One thing that really stands out to me on dates that pretty much guarantees whether or not I'll give a guy another chance to take me out is this. And it's kind of bare minimum, but does he ask me any questions? Like, is he curious about me at all? I know that there's guys out there that are going to take me out just because of how I look. They're not really interested in me per se. They're just interested in the arm candy. And I'll be able to tell really quickly by how interested and curious he is about me. And I don't mind a man talking a lot about himself on a first date, but if throughout the date I'm seeing that he has no interest in learning about me or learning about how I think, what my values are, then I know he's not there because he's interested in me. He's there because he wants to be out with an attractive girl. And this will be really evident after the date as well. Does he keep up with me day to day? Is he curious what my day is like? Is he curious to know like what happened at work? How did this interaction go with my friend? Like, there's a certain level of curiosity that a person has for somebody that they're interested in. A guy who's interested just wants to be involved in your life, wants to know more about you. If you don't care about something, you're not going to ask. So when a guy doesn't really care to ask about my day, doesn't care to like deep dive into who I am and like how I think, and then this isn't going to be the type of partnership that I want to build. I personally don't want a surface level partnership. I want someone that knows me deeply and knows me inside and out, and I want to know them back just as deeply. And luckily you can tell this pretty early on and get out of there if he's showing you signs that he's not interested in who you are at your core. This is irrational things I would cut.
Okay, yeah. To be fair, you're nobody interesting. So I don't know why anybody would be interested in getting to know you besides what you look like and how feminine you are. Look, men and women don't start dating someone because their personality is so spectacular and they're so interesting. Women date for money, status, looks. Men date for femininity and looks. Get over it. That's not that's not gonna be what everything is based on initially. You know, as we get to know each other over the years, then there'll be a strong bond built and all that. But if you're expecting a man to care more about, what you think about the stock market than how pretty you are and tight your body is, look, you're never gonna match with anybody. And I know from previous TikTok, she only date millionaires. So she's expecting all this from millionaires to boot. So you got to be a tall, handsome billionaire who asks a million questions and like the Notebook and all this other goofy shit. So AKA, I'm not settling for anything less than Mr. 0.000005. But meanwhile, my value is going down, down, down every year I get older and every stupid TikTok I make. It ain't looking good, toots.
It's any young women out there. PSA, it's any young women out there. It is completely normal to expect that man to unfollow all the other girls he's following when he gets with you. It is not crazy to expect those girls to be unfollowed. To be honest, it shouldn't even be a conversation. It really shouldn't even be something you have to bring to his attention or ask. It should have just been done. I saw a TikTok the other day of a girl talking about how she was so nervous and so scared to like text, I guess, the guy she started dating to ask him to unfollow the girls he follows. Stop letting men convince you that it's not that deep, it doesn't mean anything. It does. It is that deep. Honestly, liking them, commenting, DMing them, whatever, talking to them, that's a whole different story, girl. That's cheating. I don't care. It's really strict around here. That is cheating. But even just following other girls, it is the exact same thing as going out in public and googly eyeing over other girls every time you see them. Before I got with my current boyfriend and we were just friends, we were just hanging out, I told him, I'm not going to be with anyone who follows other girls. I would expect you to unfollow all the girls you follow on Instagram because yes, I see you're following. I don't think you need to be following any girls unless this is your family or this is a girl that I know of and I'm cool with and I'm chill with her. Otherwise, you don't need to be following other girls. I'm sorry. And I remember right after I had told him that, I checked his Instagram like the next day. He unfollowed like half of the people he followed. And then when he finally asked me to be his girlfriend, he unfollowed everybody else. And that's how it should be. That is how it should. That's not crazy. That's not insecure.
Yep. Yeah. Look, this young lady is worried about the wrong things, but what do you expect when it comes to somebody with a bull ring? I feel sorry for young people that they have this as something to cause turmoil in their relationships. You should trust your partner completely, and the last thing you should be worried about is what's going on social media with your partner. You should have a real relationship with them in real life. I've been in relationships and I let them know up front, I don't want to follow you on social media and you don't need to follow me. I don't want social media to be a part of our relationship. If you don't trust that, then we don't got to be together. This woman is controlling and I don't see success in her dating future. But what do I know? I'm just some faceless guy on YouTube.
Insufferable people. I think the rudest, most insufferable people I have ever met are people who look at me dead in the eye and they say, you need to be closer to God, and once you do that, then you'll find your husband. Or they say, you haven't pursued yourself enough. You don't know how to be alone. You need to do that, and then you'll have your husband. You don't love yourself enough. That's why you don't have your husband. Acting like love is like a vending machine. Like once you put enough in, then you get your boyfriend or your husband. And that's not true at all. As someone who has studied psychology, let me say this with my full chest. I think people who love themselves the most are people who are single. There are about like less than a handful of people in my life that I have met that I've genuinely wanted my marriage to look like theirs. What is my point? My point is that I could be married. A lot of my friends could be married. We don't want to settle. And it's not like a vending machine thing. I think a lot machine thing. And it's not like a vending.
Yeah. Once again, this isn't an unattractive young woman. Sounds like she's Christian or whatever. We know her standards are going to be ridiculous. She's looking for tall, handsome Christian Chad with a great job. And she's talking about she doesn't envy any other relationships she know of. Yeah, whatever she's looking for, it's not a real thing. So she's going to be 50 still on social media talking like this.
That I could be married. A lot of my friends could be married. We don't want to settle. And it's not like a vending machine thing. I think a lot of people who find the right person, it seems like luck. It seems like a miracle. I believe in God's timing. You're not going to look me in the face and say that I haven't pursued myself enough. My issue is that the last 4 years of my life, I have been the focus of my life. I have served an 18-month mission. I went and moved across the state. I made my dreams come true in LA. I got my master's, started social media. I model. I'm doing everything that is authentic to who I am.
And let's be very clear. Let's be very clear. She's moved to LA. She's modeled. She doing this, doing that. She's front facing. She got a TikTok. Do you think even tall, handsome Christian Chad, Chad Christian edition, is going to be able to match all the dopamine hits she's getting on social media and being a model in LA? This isn't giving me Christian vibes. This is giving me shallow, superficial, never satisfied vibes. I don't think God is guiding her journey. You need to open up that Bible and reassess some things.
Okay. Unfortunately, your life doesn't start until you realize that you are the most important person in the universe. Like legit, you have to believe that. And in order to believe that, like you're just living life for other people. You're living in other people's plots. You're living not for yourself until you realize that what you want, your goals, your dreams, your feelings, your needs, your wants, until you realize and literally embody it, that is the most important thing in the world above anything else. You're not.
Okay. Let me break this down. Dumb chickenese translation. She has a huge ego, probably narcissistic. and she's going to put herself above you and the family you may create with her for the rest of your lives. And she probably would never stay in a marriage, because it's all about her. And when you're in a marriage or when you start a family, it got to be all about, the marriage and the family. She'll never be wife material. From what I'm hearing in this video, she's not mother material. I feel sorry for women like this because they're completely ruined and they don't even realize it. They're not going to realize it until it's far, far, far too late to even try to do something about it. Only chasing, only chasing selfish desires is a really empty life. It really is. It's not truly fulfilling. It really isn't. I don't want to hear anything else she has to say. So we're going to pull up another video while I go get something to eat. If you want me to stay on 2 hours, I'm looking to meet a $15 live stream goal. Nothing has been met. Cash App, PayPal, Streamlabs all at the top of the chat. Please hit the like button. We got 17 people watching, only 7 likes. We could do better than that. Since I don't understand it, I'm going to take it as disrespect. Take your fat ass finger and hit the like button, please. I'll be right back.
Hey, what's up everyone? I hope you're all having a wonderful day or night, but for now, let's get into the video.
I really want it to be a requirement that like these people, specifically men, that will say, I just want to be with someone that's like, and have kids with someone that's like from my kind. So my kids look like me, so my family looks like, and none of them are actually taken. So I really want it to be like a requirement that they actually have to be married or in a civil partnership, a relationship at the very least, before they can start making these claims of, oh, I don't want to ruin my genes, the genes that may never carry over. Natural selection may do its thing, may run its course. People try to get in the way of natural selection. It doesn't work. It never does. It never does.
I'm sure it doesn't. You want to scare the living ish out of her, be any color other than white, and ask her, what do you mean by that? Regardless, I don't doubt for a second she knows the marital status of every man on earth, but she did mention the requirement, and this should also be one. The only women who can go on TikTok and talk about men should be those women who can keep one around for more than an hour.
And women get rejected more when it comes to like a commitment.
Yeah.
So we just get rejected once you get to know
Yeah,
us, which I think is way worse.
That's
than
way worse. We just get rejected once we poured our hearts and souls into them.
we
That's
crushed
all.
our
Oh,
hearts.
these poor guys. She said no and you just cold approached her.
I'm
as
so
a creep. And we get our lives ruined. Cool.
That is
perfect.
Hate to break it to you, princess, but if you only made yourself desired for a few minutes or maybe an hour, you ruin your own life. I'm completely honest, I have no idea what happened, but apparently OF girls just decided that they're gonna gather around the microphone and talk about relationships. Is every man supposed to forget that 5 minutes ago you were selling all your poles for $4.99 a month? Granted, I don't know about the other two, but this one talking about boundaries, I know for sure she is, or at least was, an OF girl.
The world is reflecting things to you, and if you ignore them, they get worse. But if you actually do the work to try to heal it, to like stop those situations from happening, then it's like you're going the right direction. Because the best thing I learned from that toxic relationship was boundaries.
Yeah, and these are some boundaries most men will have. Don't have your holes all over the internet for the entire world to see.
I was having a really good morning, and then I randomly remembered that there is a human being out there that can claim and that they can say that I called them 97 times one time. I called 97 times. After the 97th, I did get an answer though, so 97.
What, that's it? That's not that bad. It could have been way worse. He could have had some self-respect and blocked you after the 5th time. Or even worse, you could have some self-respect yourself and not post this on the internet.
So last night, I accidentally ended up at a streamer party, right? I walk in. First of all, I don't really like the vibes. Like, I like an actual party where everyone's enjoying themselves, but everyone was just here, like, making content. Whatever, cool. I walk up, and if you've seen the video, you've seen it, where my friend is talking to this guy, he's streaming,
And he's like, let me take you for a spin. She's like, I'm not, but my friend might. And I'm like, what are we talking about? And he's like, let me take you for a spin. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about, but I start spinning. Like, literally, like, I'm like, doo-doo-doo. Like, I don't know what you mean by that. So, he was like, I mean, like, take you upstairs and take you out of your dress. And I'm like, oh, wait, what? Like, there's no way this guy's saying this to me right now. And I was like, wait. Like, you're not even can I take you to dinner? Like, what happened to, like, manners and being a gentleman? And he's like, let's just go to the back of my car. I'm like, are you insane? Like, ah! So, obviously, that didn't go his way. I can't believe, like, just men really think that that works. Like, you think just because you changed your looks a little, you're one of those looks maxing guys or whatever, that you now get to talk to women crazy. At the end of the day, that does not work for real women and real men.
Yeah, like you ever saw one. But no, you're right, it doesn't work with real women. But real women don't find themselves at a party by accident. No, they know where they're going and usually they're invited. Does it work for men like that? Of course it does. Your friend knew exactly what he meant. That's why she said, I wouldn't, but my friend might. So now the question is, what made her think that you might?
I have a confession to make. So I downloaded Hinge a few months ago. Guilty. I did it. Yes, I know. I preach a lot on my page about how much I enjoy being single, but it doesn't mean that I don't necessarily want to ever be in a relationship or find a partner. So here are the conclusions that I have made from my short time on Hinge. Personally, I will never understand why people enjoy shallow relationships. If I'm going to care about someone, I'm going to do it with 100% of my heart. I'm not going to be half in, half out something. I can't do that. I hate situationships and I hate low effort. Low effort is probably one of the least compatible things with me because I'm a very high effort person. Not only am I high maintenance, but the way that I treat people in my life is at an incredibly high standard.
Yeah, I'm sure you are. I mean, of course, would they say the same though? Can you even define what that means? Why do I feel it's no on both questions?
And after pondering for a while on the reason why I decided to download Hinge, I came to the conclusion that perhaps I wasn't fulfilled enough in my own life. And I think that that is very true. So what have I done about it? I've put a bit more effort into my social relationships and friendships that I have. I've picked up some new hobbies, or particularly old ones that I used to really enjoy and haven't done for a while.
Yeah, I would hate to be your friend because now you're gonna put your loneliness onto me. I have to put up with you 24/7 because you feel lonely and Hinge didn't satisfy you. So now I have to put my phone on Do Not Disturb because you picked up new hobbies and you feel the need to talk about them. The loneliness that pushed you towards a dating app is not gonna go away because you picked up new hobbies or just went on the old ones. Where do you think the expression comes from? You've just put a band-aid on an infected wound.
Guys, do you ever look at people and you're like, how the are you in a relationship and I'm not? For instance, the 1,000-pound sisters, those are always in a relationship. How do they pull men? I mean, okay, but those consistently in a relationship. Hand up. I will say I'm a little crazy, okay? I may be a little crazy and that may have something to do with it. But I even look at like normal people from like my high school or college and I'm just like, who did I piss off upstairs? Who did I make angry upstairs? Somebody.
You have a TikTok account, no sane person is gonna want to fuck with you. No man of any value. I mean, there's plenty of desperate guys out there. No guy that's not desperate, who feels like he has any options in the world, is gonna fuck with a bitch who talk about her personal life on the internet with this fucking manic energy. What is it? Neurotic? Let's look up neurotic. Uh, spell it. Personality trait characterized by emotional instability. It's a personality trait characterized by emotional instability and a tendency to experience negative emotions. tendency to experience negative emotions such as anxiety, fear, anger, sadness. Individuals high in neuroticism often perceive ordinary situations as threatening and may struggle with coping in stressful situations. It is one of the big 5 personality traits, and those with the high levels of neuroticism may find it challenging to manage their emotions effectively. Coping strategies and therapeutic approaches can help manage the effects of neuroticism. Yeah, these bitches are neurotic for sure. Let's check this out.
Was to drop off some change, and like she wouldn't let me in. And when she wouldn't let me in, I'm like, "Why you won't let me in?" He's like, "He's asleep." Like, that's all right. I'm gonna come in, I'm gonna give him a kiss, and I'm gonna be gone. It's like, nah, I gotta leave him alone. Then it hit me. Oh, you got a nigga in the house. You got a man in the house. So I was like, oh, wow. So I'm like, damn, I'm really offended. Make a long story short, I found out that the dude was taking my son to school. And I was just really upset by this. And I called her. I'm like, yo, look, you can't be having the boy take my son to school. I ain't no deadbeat, nigga. Like,
Hold on. I didn't realize it was music in the background. Let's see if we can find that episode.
warning.
I'm just saying something out loud. That was it. It's been
So
that's why you eat. I'll let you later.
You know, it's different things going on. I don't want to say level, but it's just different. Because we running out of ice. Fuck he say to you?
Euro stuff.
Yeah, honestly, you do got to tell niggas going in though.
You gotta depend on the space. Think entitlement has a lot to do
over there. I don't like relish.
Y'all relish. I like the. Yo,
or ask you some stupid.
I ain't gonna lie. That happened to me mad times,
Bro.
No, Mino,
What in the world?
you know I got it on me. We love you, boy. You ain't. Man, do I love her? I think I do.
You just met her just then?
As a black person, we.
Do you like them better when they have a baby? Pause.
Baby for a little while.
But are you the only nigga holding that baby?
Every single mother needs a Mano.
Did you met a woman and she had a child already?
Mm-hmm.
You liked her.
Mm-hmm.
She had a child already. The child was 7 months.
Right.
And you came over, the child was crying, and she picked the child up.
Mm-hmm.
She needed to run and grab a pamper or something like that. She said, hey, can you hold her for a minute?
That's a different scenario, man.
No,
You didn't say all that. That ain't what you said. You keep changing the story.
She gave me the option to hold the baby.
You said you woke up with a baby on you.
Baby is one thing.
She asked me to hold
You waking up with the baby on your chest is a whole different scenario.
You know why?
I gotta figure something out. I want to cover what was said. Maybe we'll figure something out tomorrow. We looking like on Rumble. Oh, 8 people on Rumble. That's what's up. Yeah, let's do it. Let's get into it.
As annoying. I don't know if I'm just a bitch or men are really as annoying as I think they are. So I am really big on, if it has to involve the man, then one, he's not generous, and two, I just don't like that. So this guy keep asking me what I wanted to do for my birthday. I told him I'm not big on birthdays, like actually doing stuff on my birthday. I'm really not big on that. You can always give me gifts, period. I told him a couple of things that I want, and then I told him what I was doing for my birthday. He was like, you keep saying I. Why wouldn't I be saying I, bitch? It's my birthday. So I basically said that I'm going to a hotel by myself for my birthday. I'm putting my phone on do not disturb and I'm enjoying myself. I'm having like a staycation because I don't like traveling for my birthday. That's stressful. I love a good staycation for my birthday, right? He was like, yeah, I can get us the room and we can spend a good night together and we can do it. You think I'm about to be of service to you on my birthday? I don't like men who have to directly benefit off something that they're doing for me. Goodbye. I don't like men like that. Like, if a man can't just send me money to go enjoy myself, if he can't contribute to the good time, if he can't just provide things without him having to directly benefit, I don't like them type of men. You're not truly generous. And I just don't like that. Those are the same types of, like, a lot of women get this confused. I'm ranting a little bit. A lot of women get this confused. A lot of women think a man is a trick and he's generous and he this and that because he flew you out, took you to Jamaica. He was there. He's not generous. That's nice. Kind even. But he's not generous. He was there. And you did some things. He directly benefited from you being there. Baby, if anything, you were like an accessory to the trip. See, a lot of girls get that confused. Now, when a man when you be like, damn, I want to go to Jamaica, me and my friends, da-da-da-da-da, and he just cut the check for you and your friends to go, he's generous. Okay? He's kind. We like him. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you
Yeah. No, you absolutely don't like him. You like that you can use him. Anytime a woman says generous, she's letting you know she's a prosty slash sugar baby. But the looks requirements must be going down when it comes to being a sugar baby. I'll just say that. I don't know why these women think men are going to want to do stuff for them just because they're generous and they think they can pull off some type of baddie aesthetic. Oh man, I don't get it. But maybe some guys just get off by giving random chicks money who don't give them anything in return. I mean, maybe that's some guys' things. Maybe that's some guys' thing. It ain't my thing.
if I ever gotta guess, if I ever gotta guess how you feel, you're cut. If nonchalant is your personality, you're cut. If you only text me at night, you're cut. You don't know how to plan a date, you're cut. You think consistency is doing too much, you're cut. If I feel anxious around you instead of secure, you're cut. If you disappear from my phone but stay active on social media, you're cut. Your words don't match your actions, you're cut. Telling me you will call me and you never do, you're cut. Don't know how to plan a date, not romantic, cut. If communication feels confusing and not clear, cut. Don't have a passport or unwilling to get one, cut. Not maintaining the same vibe that you introduced me to, cut. And if we plan a date on Saturday and Saturday get here and you ask me, oh, what you doing today? Overly fucking cut. If I ever gotta guess how you feel, you're cut. If nonchalant is your personality,
Yeah, look. Yeah. If you got a TikTok, you cut. If you got a nose, if you got a TikTok, you cut. If you got a ring in your nose like you a bull, you cut. If you talk ghetto, you cut. If you talk about your personal life on TikTok, you cut. If you sit in your car and make TikToks, you cut. I mean, we could do that too. But it sounds like the guys you like don't like your ass. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like the guys you like don't like you. But remember this, fellas, they would rather continue to get, but remember this, fellas, they would rather continue to get played and disrespected by nines and tens than ever settle for a cool, respectable eight. Unfortunately, they're just getting older every year, and the nines and tens aren't going to be interested at some point, even for one night stands. Then it's all bitterness and despair after that. But thanks for telling us what makes you cut a guy. We really needed that.
To get on here and talk about this.
I wasn't even going to get on here and talk about this, but now I am, because you know what? I don't give a fuck anymore, okay? Okay, so I'm laughing because I'm really having a hard time understanding why there are so many sassy ass, grown ass men amongst us, okay, in society. So my boyfriend and I have been together for, well, we're together for 1.5 years. Okay, we were living together, and about 2 weeks ago, we get in an argument, right? And obviously, I'm not going to go into details, but essentially, it was just about our needs not being met. And in that argument, I did get a little sassy. I got a little feisty because resentment has built, right? I'm asking you for things, in my opinion, the bare minimum, and it's like pulling teeth. It's like, I wasn't even going to.
Yeah. Now, I just want to point this out real quick before we finish. Women are always gonna underplay, what they did and said in the argument. She's just gonna say, "Oh, I got a little sassy," AKA, I said, "I hope your mother passes away," AKA, "You got a small dick. That's why I was effing your best friend anyway." Stuff like that, like flagrant, out of pocket stuff like that. But they're gonna underplay that and just say, "Oh no, I got a little sassy. That's all."
So we get in an argument, right? And obviously, I'm not going to go into details, but essentially, it was just about our needs not being met. And in that argument, I did get a little sassy. I got a little feisty because resentment has built, right? I'm asking you for things, in my opinion, the bare minimum, and it's like pulling teeth. So after our little disagreement, our argument, we agreed to give each other space, which we always do after arguments, okay? Y'all, tell me why this man ignored me. Oh my God, I have a gray hair and it's just like showing, whatever. A week goes by, okay, we didn't talk. So tell me why I offer to get this man lunch, right? Me being nice, of course, that's my fucking problem. I get this man lunch. Do y'all know what he did? Oh my God. This weak ass, sassy ass bitch walks in the house, grabs the lunch I bought him, and then walks out the door. So I said, we need to talk. Now, mind you, this was a week ago, okay? He says, you can't force me to talk. Okay, sorry, girl. So fast forward to today, it's now been 2 weeks since he's spoken to me. I went ahead and I already got me an apartment, all the things. I'm on my way to get my moving boxes right now. But it's been 2 whole weeks. Like, how fucking weird is that? How weird is that? Like, it's one thing to be upset with someone, whatever, but I didn't even get the courtesy of like a text like, hey, I'm not ignoring you, I just need more time to speak. Nothing. This man just nothing. Then to make matters worse, actually 2 things to make matters worse. One, his fucking brother blocked me on Instagram, which I think is very strong. That's a very weird, that's a very emotional thing to do. And second, bro, I cut my family off. I cut my mother off for this same type of emotional abuse, and you thought you were safe? No. Ladies, always pick yourself, always. When God is removing someone, listen to him, because I should have listened a long ass time ago and I didn't. I wasn't even going to get on here.
You did nothing wrong. Yeah. You didn't do anything wrong. You've been picking the wrong men time after time again for at least 15 years. You look about 30. Yeah, always choose yourself. Yeah, you got plenty of time to choose yourself because you're probably going to be one of the 3 and 4 chocolate sisters that never get married and are always single, and there will ever and always have a revolving door of men. And remember, ladies, don't come on the internet and bash your ex-boyfriends because you picked them, and it makes you look bad too.
Know if you are know a man's type. Know if you are falling into a trap of a man. And listen to me, let me explain. So the man that I was married to for 14 days, I knew the shit wasn't gonna work. But he goes after single mothers. That's what he do. So let me explain how he does this. So we was talking the other day, and I said, well, you know what is your type? He said, not you. I said, well, yeah, I know not me because I'm not dumb enough. And he's like, what do you mean? I said, well, I know that your type is single mothers. He said, yeah, she has to be younger than me, so she has to be naive, and she has to have at least 2 kids is what he said. Now, knowing him, he said one time he told me, he was like, he went in my cabinet. He was like, you must ain't got food stamps because most women I date with kids, they get food stamps and they have all the good seasonings. And that told me everything I needed to know. You search after single mothers because you feel like they're missing that father piece. So he comes in and he cooks and he cleans and he tries to control. He told me he couldn't pay all my bills because he needed to go through my phone. But you want to be my man. You wanted to marry me. Get out of here. And then not only that, I got a they're
Yeah. Well, you were married to him for 14 days. So what do you mean get out of here? You saying all this bad stuff about him. He picks bottom dwellers, and that's you. And you accepted what he was giving you. Even after showing all these red flags, you still married him. So what does that make you? She's not going to dive into that, but I'm going to dive into it. Look, you can't give any game, man. You really can't. You make horrible decision after horrible decision after horrible decision, and I feel sorry for your offspring because they're gonna have to be negatively affected by all these trash men, supposedly trash men, that you bring around them. So everybody that's listening to the sound of my voice, pray for the babies.
And you start to be when you first start talking to someone and you start pouring into them too soon, 2 things could happen. So the first thing that's going to happen is if you start pouring into that person way too soon, they're going to take advantage of you. They're going to notice that this person has a good heart and like, damn, like this person is buying me this and that, doing this for me without me asking, all that. And if it's way too soon that you're doing that, that person don't have like, they haven't established like any type of feelings for you or a full connection, and you doing stuff like that too soon, that person's going to see that and use you and take advantage of that, full advantage. And then the second thing that can happen is that person might remove themselves from the whole thing, because what a person will see is like if you're doing too much way too soon for them, some people don't feel, what's the word I can say, they don't feel like they deserve that, basically. So a lot of times if you're doing something for somebody like that, they could be like, like, yeah, you doing way too much for me right away. And they might sometimes feel obligated to do the same thing. And they might not even feel deserving of what you're doing for them so soon. So they're probably like, nah, I'm gonna pull away. When you first start talking to someone and
Yeah, bro. Yeah. Look, these women know when you're a lover boy, a spineless lover boy who's desperate for love and validation from these modern chicks. They can smell it a mile away, but they're going to get what they can get out of you before they keep it moving. So yeah, you need to slow down with the doing things for chicks until they prove it thoroughly. Prove that they're worthy. I wouldn't do anything significant for a woman until we already together, other than maybe a Chick-fil-A bowl. Or I'm sorry, other than a Chipotle bowl or something, max. And she got to earn that. But you'll learn, brother. Trial and error. Trial and error.
Every once in a while, I'm reminded why I've kind of been off the dating scene. And today was one of those days. So, yesterday, this guy who's been wanting to take me out for a while, he hits me up and we had been talking for a minute and he says, tomorrow morning, I'm going to hit you up and I'm going to give you a couple of choices for us to go out to dinner tomorrow evening. I agree to this plan. So tomorrow, today, Tuesday, comes, the morning comes and goes, and I don't hear from him. So whatever, I'm not fazed by this. I just go on about my business. Today at 6 p.m. comes by, and I finally hear from him. But he doesn't call, he sends a text, and the text reads, "What we eating?" I just question mark that. Then he resends another text, and he says, "Did you still want to do dinner tonight?" So I say, "Well, I haven't heard from you all day. You were supposed to send me some choices this morning, and when I didn't hear from you, I made plans. So I'm going to the Hawks game tonight."
She wasn't going. Look, she wasn't going to the Hawks game. She was playing games. She too old to be playing games. But women who play games attract men who play games. She's clearly in her 30s with a nose ring. What else do we need to know about her, you know? Let's just continue. But she's full of it. I already know from what we heard so far.
You were supposed to send me some choices this morning, and when I didn't hear from you, I made plans. So I'm going to the Hawks game tonight. Then suddenly he says, "Oh, well, I made reservations for us to go to gun show." So I know this man. I've known this man for a long time. So I reply and I say, "Show me." Then he says, "Well, call up there." And I made a reservation under my name for 7:30. So I go on the website because I have all the intention in the world to call and verify this. I go on the website. And the damn restaurant is not open on Tuesdays. The restaurant is open Wednesday to Saturday.
We could just leave it there. Yeah. We could just leave it there. He saw that you was playing games, so he played games with you. Clowns are to be played with. These are the type of men you entertain. You've known them for a long time. So, like attracts like. BS people hang out with BS people. BS people have BS people in their phone. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Aha. I'm laughing at you. He got you good with that one. You tried to play him with the fake Hawks game stuff, and he got you right back.
Ladies, in 2026, y'all, I don't get it. Ladies, in 2026, can we please stop giving wife, girlfriend treatment to guys that don't even want you? Can y'all please stop doing that, okay? Because all year, I come across different guys, just in mutual spaces, just different encounters, different guys who talk and brag about the things that y'all are doing for them, like taking care of their kid, helping them take care of their kids, paying their child support, what else? Cooking for them, cleaning for them, letting them move into your house, buying them cars, co-signing car loans for them, all type of crazy stuff. And I'm talking about with guys and stuff. And all
Yeah. Fellas, you see what they'll do for you when they really like you? Let me say that again. Fellas, you see what they'll do for you when they really like you? So if a chick ain't returning texts, within the hour, you know what it is. If a chick always talking about how busy she is, you know what it is. These are the extremes they will go to when they really like you. They'll buy you a car, let you move in, they'll pay your child support and some more shit. There's never going to be any gray area if a woman likes you. Remember that, fellas.
co-signing car loans for them, all type of crazy stuff.
And I'm talking about with guys who are telling you, literally telling you that they don't want a relationship, but because you lay down with him, you feel like you got the you feel like you feel like since you lay down with him, you're gonna change this man's mind, and he told you from day one he doesn't want a serious relationship.
Yeah, look. Never feel sorry for these women because these men, a lot of these men are telling them up front, I don't want a relationship. But he's so tall and so fine, they gonna try to change his mind. Never shed a tear for these women's dating turmoil. Ever. They do it to themselves willingly. But then when he finally, blocks them, they want to tell all their family and friends, he changed. He was sweet and loving up front, but he changed. He ain't changed. You knew what it was from the jump. Is half of her head shaved? And are those the drawn on eyebrows? I don't know why they do that. I really don't. Shave your eyebrows off and draw them back on. That's mental illness, y'all.
All of these compliments. When you first start dating somebody and they're like in this rush with, I remember praying to God. When you first start dating somebody and they're like in this rush with all of these compliments, all of this energy, they want to talk to you all day, every day, they want to spend a lot of time with you, that right there is a sign that they're not here for the long haul. Because if they were, what we rushing for? If I know I'm spending a lifetime with you, or if I know that I'm going to spend a significant amount of time with you, why am I rushing you to spend every day and every hour, every minute with you? And then after that person does this whole like love bombing rushing phase, why is it that they end up disappearing later on? And a lot of the times they disappear because it becomes too much. They need space. They're working on this and working on that. So it just shows you that a lot of that behavior is just an act. It's just a way to get exactly what they want. So recognize when people are trying to rush you. Like, that is not a safe space to be in. When you first start dating somebody and they're like in this rush.
Oh, boy. Look, yeah. I want to make this clear. All these women know the guys who wouldn't manipulate them, who wouldn't play them, who wouldn't love bomb them. But those guys aren't tall enough. They aren't fine enough. They don't have enough status. They don't have enough coins. These women should really just retire. The guys they're attracted to are never going to give them what they want. But a part of them love the heartbreak and the turmoil and the emotional roller coaster. And they love to have something to talk about for the TikTok. So they losing and they winning, so to speak, in their mind, in their sick minds.
And it's always so fucking embarrassing to see a bitch in 2025 sharing a nigga pictures, posting about having a nigga. You go to his page, he ain't sharing not one thing of her. She been posting pictures the whole time like he has. He ain't sharing not one. He ain't sharing not one post saying nothing about a bitch. And her page is just full of this nigga. Like, girl, I thought we all learned back in the day, but nigga not posting, you don't post that nigga. If a nigga not sharing your pictures, you don't share that nigga pictures. If a nigga not sharing posts about having a bitch, you don't got a man. You look crazy. You look crazy as fuck. And y'all know I gotta keep real. You look crazy. I be wanting to text them so bad and be like, hey, boo, I know you don't know me, but stop posting that nigga. Don't post that nigga. I don't want to see that nigga no more on my timeline. No more. Because he don't post you. He don't post you at all. He don't share none of your shit. None of it. You never see him up under yours, but you're up under his. You're looking like a fan, bitch. You're looking like a bitch that's want to fuck with him. You look like all the rest of the bitches. That's what he make you look like, a fan. And it's always so fucking embarrassing to see.
Okay. So many things I could. Yeah. So many things I could touch on with this. First off, why don't you mind your own motherfucking business? Second of all, if you too old Second of all, you too old to be worrying about who posting who on social media, let alone who posting who on social media when it don't got nothing to do with you and yours. But another thing I'm thinking about, was this TikTok inspired by a woman posting a dude you effing with and you jelly? I think that's what inspired this post. I don't know. Y'all let me know below. But yeah, this is why chicks need to just stay off social media. Because you got haters like this. Okay, let me start over. This is why you shouldn't post your personal life on social media. Because most of the people who going to see it are going to be haters. And this is another example of single women trying to keep women single and trying to sabotage other women who have something maybe positive going on in their romantic life. Sound like she's jealous. But yeah. Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know what y'all theories are below. Yeah, here's the thing. Ever since I've been looking up black girl TikToks, the profanity is profound. Like the difference between the white girl TikToks that I go over. I mean, don't get me wrong, the hood rap bitches is rubbing off on the white bitches too. Cause you know black people are the curators of flavor. Shout out to Neo. He donated 222. Appreciate you. He says this is too funny. You know, black people are the curators of flavor in America. So, you know, the shit we do it rub off on other cultures. But I have to not pick a lot of the black girl TikToks because they're just cursing so much and it's just gonna be so much work and post production. It's fucking gross. Black women's mouths are a fucking snake pit. A black woman is Satan's favorite vessel. I'm starting to believe. Satan loves black women. They do so much good work for him. Real shit. Oh man, like all my young black brothers and sisters, stay the fuck away from the culture. Yeah, all my young black brothers, stay the fuck away from black women. Fuck what Dr. Umar talking about. They're gonna be nothing but a cancer to your fucking life. And really, I would stay away from most black men. That's the message I would give young black males in America. Fuck trying to, I don't even know what to call it. Just stick to yourself, figure out how to get to a bag, leave it at that. Stay away from the nigga shit at all costs. Dr. Umar is a fucking clown, but I like him because he's entertaining. But I don't take him serious, and I don't take anybody serious who takes him serious. Basically an entertainer at this point. He's a social media entertainer. No one should take him serious beyond that. He's basically a Charleston White, damn near. Other side of the coin. I hate the brother, but I'm just saying. A lot of clown shit. He has displayed a lot of clown shit over the years. And to be frank, he's racist. I don't think reverse racism is the solution to racism. Serious note, I actually do think Dr. Umar's racism is gross. But whatever. This is what we're gonna do. Let me stop the recording. And this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go over the Rumble. Maybe go over a Kendra G. You dig? Let's go do a Kendra G. Yeah, fuck it. Why not? So look, this is what we're gonna do, y'all. We're going over to Rumble. I'm about to drop the Rumble link in the chat. Shout out to the 3 people who still already over on Rumble. So yeah, you don't have to sign up on Rumble to watch the stream. All you gotta do is click the link and watch. I just dropped the link. Oh, I want to speak on this too. Rumble is now officially, I think, on Roku. It's on my TV now. It should be on your TV if you got a smart TV. Rumble is official tissue now. So you can watch Rumble on your TV now. Should be on all the platforms, the app platforms, TV, smart TVs, Roku's, everywhere that YouTube is now. So yeah, definitely go follow me on Rumble. You know, because I can get kicked off YouTube any day now. And yeah, download the Rumble app on your smart TV or on your Roku or whatever. It's available now. But yeah, I just dropped the Rumble link. We about to go over the Rumble. So just click the link and watch. You don't got to sign up. So for the people who not coming over to Rumble, you know, damn, what's my closing? I just went blank. What the hell is my closing? How does it start? I'm going blank, y'all. I'm losing my mind. Remember, how others treat you is their karma. How you treat others is your karma. Be nice to people because God's watching. And remember, I'm a nice guy. I just play asshole on the internet, and I have never done anything remotely wrong my entire life, ever. See some of y'all over on Rumble.